It's almost time for lights out, which will be in a few moments. But for now, let's take a look at the starting grid. We've got Lewis Hamilton on pole position with Charles Leclerc alongside 1/1000. Separated them in qualifying. That should be a very nice battle between them. Bottas, Perez, Verstappen gets out-qualified by his teammate. Ricciardo out-qualifies Norris, Sainz, Alonso, Vettel. Then comes Pierre Gasly in 10th, who just made it into Q3. Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, Norris, who got a grid penalty. Very unfortunate for him. He was very good in qualifying. Antonio Giovinazzi 15th from Raikkonen. Then comes us, Russell, Latifi, and then comes Nikita Mazepin. And we keep up our 100% qualifying record against Nikita this year. We're here in the Styrian Hills. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. And it's lights out and away we go. Lewis Hamilton does not get the best of starts. Valtteri Bottas wheel to wheel with him off of third on the grid. Charles Leclerc getting eaten up by Sergio Perez. And Bottas has gotten ahead of Lewis Hamilton from third on the grid. That's a super start. We already wheel to wheel with Lando Norris going into turn 3. And there's a crash. And that's a big one. Multiple cars in the wall, including us. We are into the barriers. But fortunately for us, we can get back going again. And other drivers all over the road. And that was a big crash. And Antonio Giovinazzi has beached his car as well. He is out of the race. And he has been eliminated as well. Let's see, going into the braking zone. And we completely outbrake ourselves. We try to get out of the way. But by that point, Lando Norris was wheel to wheel with us. And let's see Lando's view. As you can hear, Lando Norris absolutely gunned it, and that certainly didn't help, but that was certainly our fault, as there's just nowhere to go for us, and we outbraked ourselves. So, and here's the onboard from the Aston Martin, and very unfortunate there as he's got big wing damage. We come into the pits, and we're going to go on to a set of hard compound tires to try to go to the end of the Grand Prix. As you can see, smoke pluming from our car. But yes, hard compound tires going on, and a change of front wing, because we picked up a little bit of damage in that first lap collision, as we can get back going again. And look at this, Esteban Ocon has not got back going again, and that is the Aston Martin as well in the safety car, as well as about 18 other drivers have all been held up now, and that is Nikita Mazepin. As you can see, the McLaren's front wing flying off. Here we come into the picture, and it is telling us that we can overtake every single car. And we will be into what is the lead of the race. And we are waiting for the confirmation that we can overtake the safety car. We're waiting, and there it is. We have got confirmation that we can, and we are allowed to overtake the safety car. And we have gotten past absolutely everyone. So has Nikita Mazepin, and it's a 1-2 for Haas. So let's see what happened to Kimi Raikkonen. And he just runs straight into the back of the Williams. And here is Lando Norris, who got caught up in the first lap accident. Now he's out of the race. As we come up to the accident again, look at the debris, and we can lap a bunch of cars, and we are in first by a mile, and we have lapped about half the field. Remember when I said that we had a 1-2? Well, just moments ago, Nikita Mazepin retired from the session, and here's what happened. As you can see, runs straight into the back of George Russell, and George Russell reversed straight into the back of him. Here's the view from Russell. Absolutely no chance to get out of the way as he gets hit in the rear from Nikita Mazepin, and that is the most Mazepin way to retire. And now the safety car coming in, and we are a lap up on absolutely everybody. Max Verstappen is down the field. He will need to get past a bunch of lap cars, and we are underway, back underway here in Austria, here in Styria. And as we head into turn 1, the two Ferraris looking very racy. Maybe they go for a little bit of a battle. We shall see as we head up the hill and into turn 2. And now into the braking zone of turn 3. Look at that. Up the inside goes Charles Leclerc on Lewis Hamilton, as well as Sergio Perez. And down the straight, wheel to wheel with Lewis Hamilton. He's already gotten past Sergio Perez. And now into the braking zone. And Charles Leclerc gets past Lewis Hamilton, and that Ferrari looks very quick. As now he's right up the back of us as we go wheel to wheel with Charles Leclerc. And oh no, Lewis Hamilton also tried to go for a move, and he's been half spun there. Here's the onboard of Lewis Hamilton. very opportunistic here, and he even turns in to us. And I don't think that was our fault because we left him the room. And now here comes Sergio Perez on Charles Leclerc into the final couple of corners. This will be a super move if he can get this done. Into the final corner, Sergio Perez. Wheel to wheel, the two Ferraris down the straight and into turn 2 and into the braking zone of turn 3. And up the inside goes us on Sergio Perez to get back ahead of the lap car as the Ferraris go wheel to wheel. And Charles Leclerc has gotten past his teammate Carlos Sainz and is now going wheel to wheel with Sergio Perez into the braking zone of the right-hander. And Leclerc is past Sergio Perez. Lewis Hamilton had a little bit of a look on Sainz. And now look at this battle between Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez. Sainz may want to have a look at his teammate as well. Through wide into turn 3. And Sainz is on the inside. He gets a good exit. Sergio Perez gets an even better exit. And Perez is ahead of Charles Leclerc. It looks like they're still wheel to wheel. Oh my goodness, into the braking zone of the right-hander. Round the outside goes Sergio Perez as he tries to get past the Ferrari but just can't. And now, as Charles Leclerc tries to unlap himself, he goes around the outside, but that really puts him on the back foot. And Sergio Perez has gotten back ahead of him down the straight. Look at this kerfuffle as we've got the two Ferraris going wheel to wheel, as well as Max Verstappen trying to make his way, trying to thread his way through all these back markers, but they're all having battles in front of him. So this is going to be absolutely horrendous for him. As look at that, Sergio Perez really blocking from both Ferraris. Into the braking zone, 3 wide once again. Round the outside goes Carlos Sainz, but he gets pushed out. And Charles Leclerc gets past Sergio Perez once again. And Max Verstappen laps Yuki Tsunoda. Charles Leclerc once again trying to unlap himself. He goes around the outside and it's a ditto move from us. And now Sergio Perez once again all over the back of him. And can Sergio Perez get past the Ferrari? It's wheel to wheel into the braking zone. And up the inside goes Sergio Perez. And he's slammed into the side of us. And he's been tapped around. And now we will have another safety car. And we do have another safety car. And Perez has been spun. And that's big contact there. Let's see, Sergio Perez. This was absolutely stupid of a move. As you can see, we even covered the inside anyway. And he slams into us and then gets tapped around. And that was nobody's fault except for Perez. And you can see the onboard of Charles Leclerc. And he's just an innocent bystander in this. And he gets squeezed by Yuki Tsunoda and Sergio Perez. Yuki Tsunoda, another person involved in this. It was not his fault. And another innocent bystander. He's the elf board. What the heck was Sergio Perez doing? These AI are certainly taking a lot of risks today. Oh, Fernando Alonso. And he's ran straight into the back of the Ferrari as well as the Williams of George Russell. That's a big crash. Here's the onboard. He just brakes way too late. And he also gets hit by George Russell. And as you can see, that wheel, wow, that wheel really swinging around. Into the pits comes Max Verstappen. But look at this. You got Sergio Perez into the pits. And this will hold up Max Verstappen for so long. The mechanics now finally get to service Max Verstappen, but he's still waiting. He's still waiting and still losing time as the Jackman finally comes in. And they finally get to work on his car and he goes onto the mediums. That is a massively slow stop for him, but he's still third. We can get back racing as we go around the final corner and we control the restart, so we back up the pack a lot. And now out of the final corner we have gone. We go off the rear end a little bit. Will that hurt us as Yuki Tsunoda is not quite on the back of us as we may have thought he would have been through turn 1. And everybody keeping it clean so far as we head down the straight. And Lewis Hamilton, the man that started on pole, is now down in 12th position, trying to scramble some points here as he looks at the back of the Ferrari, and that is Esteban Ocon making contact with us. And again, a lapped car trying to get past. And of course it's Esteban Ocon after he made contact with Max Verstappen at Brazil 2018 as he has another look. And now he may lose a position to Yuki Tsunoda, or sorry, that's Pierre Gasly, who actually laps him. Oh, look at this. as Perez tries to go up the inside, and look at that. Lewis Hamilton also goes up the inside of Charles Leclerc and gets past him. Down the straight, we had Charles Leclerc out the DRS as he goes for a move. He has a look, and he's going to go wheel to wheel into turn one, and that's a super move for Charles Leclerc as he comes up the inside of 3 cars. Can he make it a triple overtake? I'll tell you what, he can. What a move from Charles Leclerc, and that is Sergio Perez trying to make up positions as well. Around the outside goes Charles Leclerc on Nicholas Latifi, who isn't too keen on letting that position go. Max Verstappen trying to get past Valtteri Bottas into the podium places. Goes Max Verstappen. Does he? They almost made contact, but yes, Verstappen is into the podium places. That's a great move. And now Sergio Perez up the inside that's Max Verstappen up the inside on Nicholas Latifi, and Verstappen trying to take second position. And look at this, everybody all over the road, and that is Valtteri Bottas on the inside. There's something's gonna happen here. Up the inside goes Bottas, and something has happened. They have made contact, and Bottas's front wing flies off, as well as Antonio Giovinazzi, it looks like. Here's Bottas. As you can see, he tried the inside, and oh my goodness, as Antonio Giovinazzi came back onto the circuit. Here's Giovinazzi trying to get out of the way of everyone and just gets clipped by Nicholas Latifi originally. Down the straight, Nicholas Latifi defending from Lewis Hamilton, and Hamilton as trying to unlap himself by Latifi, and through turn one we ride on board with Carlos Sainz as we head down the straight, and now we ride on board with Daniel Ricciardo as he goes wheel to wheel with Valtteri Bottas, and he gets past as well as Bottas has massive front wing damage. Up the inside goes Carlos Sainz. What a super move that was. Very brave. Max Verstappen going for the move on Nicholas Latifi, and I'll tell you what, he is up into second place. Goes Max Verstappen, and Latifi under pressure from Daniel Ricciardo behind as they go wheel to wheel down the straight. Daniel Ricciardo has gotten past Nicholas Latifi, but will Latifi have a little look into the braking zone to try to fight him back? He's on the outside, so he will be at a disadvantage on the exit as Yuki Tsunoda gets past his teammate and makes contact with us. And maybe Yuki Tsunoda has damage as well, as he had a big look at us. And that is Pierre Gasly getting past his teammate after his teammate has made contact with us. And out of the final corner, we've lost it a little bit, and we've lost ground to Pierre Gasly, who's going for a move on us. Up the inside goes Gasly, but we swing it around the outside, and we just managed to stay ahead as we ride on board with Charles Leclerc, who may yet make up 2 positions here as he's going wheel to wheel with the Aston Martin, and he is also going wheel to wheel with the AlphaTauri. Wheel to wheel into turn 3, and the AlphaTauri has just stayed ahead, and Pierre Gasly is trying to get past Let's Stroll as well. Down the straight, he's in the slipstream, he's got DRS. And around the outside goes Sebastian Vettel. And oh man, he almost got contact there, but he got squeezed out. As out of the final corner, and this is Lewis Hamilton trying to fight one of the Aston Martins. And I think that is Sebastian Vettel, who is a back marker. So Lewis Hamilton lapping him, I believe, as they go wheel to wheel on the exit. And Hamilton has gotten past Stroll, and now he's gotten past Leclerc. And now he's having a look at Vettel as he goes around the outside on Vettel on the exit. Who gets the better exit? And it looks like Lewis Hamilton has. And yes, he has. And he has gotten up into 7th position. And Sergio Perez trying to get past Lance Stroll, who is a back marker. Up the inside he goes. And now Sergio Perez has got his teammate Max Verstappen just in front of him, who's a lap ahead. And into the braking zone, Hamilton up the inside. What a move on Pierre Gasly. What a move from Lewis Hamilton, and now he's having a look at us. He's going to go up the inside, but we swing it around the outside, and we just stay ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And I think that Carlos Sainz has lost a position, and yes, indeed he has. And that is Charles Leclerc trying to go for a move on Sebastian Vettel. Up the inside in a massive lockup from Leclerc. And that is Vettel, who was under pressure from Leclerc just a moment ago, is now pressurizing Gasly as they go wheel to wheel into the braking zone. Around the outside goes Sebastian Vettel. That's a lockup from us. and Gasly is ahead of Hamilton and ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Oh, and there's contact, and Gasly has almost been spun around there as they go wheel to wheel, and Leclerc is around the outside, but just gets squeezed out, and here is the onboard. As you can see, oh man, that was, I give that 50-50, a racing incident in my opinion. Round the final corner, 2 races in a row, we take home the victory in a Haas, and luck has gone our way once again. Last time out, it was in Canada, we won due to luck, and this time it is very much the same with that pile up with Ocon not getting going again. And wow, what a race.
Prix here at Austria, and a truly magnificent drive to hang on and take the win. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There's so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you hit the fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
Haas are no doubt happy with today's performance, having secured the win this weekend. And our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations as we speak.
So we win for the second race in a row, and don't expect this to be the normal result because those 2 races were very, very fortunate for me. Max Verstappen extends his lead in the championship with 2nd position. Then comes Ricardo Latifi, started 19th, and now he finishes P4. Valtteri Bottas, Pierre Gasly, Lewis Hamilton started on pole, and he went down to 7th position. Then comes Vettel, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, George Russell, and Antonio Giovinazzi.